The human brain has the strangest way of dealing with time, and different languages have different concepts of time. Here's an interesting thing about time, John. I was reading this a couple of months ago. There, in most languages, if you think of a road, the future is in front of you.
Yes.
And the past is behind you.
Yes.
Right? That's the sort of idea.
For most cultures, that's
some linguists have found 2, maybe 3 obscure remote languages
where it's the opposite. Yes,
it's the other way.
Yeah.
They think that the past is in front of you
because you can see the past.
That's it, exactly.
The future's behind you because you can't see that.
So there it is.
Yeah.
And you can't see the future.
Yeah.
And I think our idea is really the same. We can't see because the path curves a little bit like Robert Frost, 2 paths diverged. Yeah.
So Ray in the chat is commenting that we use tense in English to make a difference between what we experience, what we remember, what we imagine, and what we desire.
Nice. That's
great.
You've got to write that down somewhere.
Well, it's going to be there in the chat.
Like that.
That's going to take a lot of thinking about and processing, Ray, and perhaps we could get you to, perhaps you've obviously thought about that one yourself, so we might want to get you up here to kind of go into that. The future is a current plan or a current prediction. Yes. True. I mean, we don't have a future tense, and Ray in the chat is saying that the future is a current plan or a current prediction, because we can only talk now about the future. Mm-hmm. We can talk about what happened, but we can't talk about what happened. There's no verb ending, like in Spanish or other language. You can't talk about what's going to happen in the future. What will happen. You have to use the present tense to talk, so you're filtering it through your present perceptions of the future.
Right,
sense.
In English, I think we use tense to distinguish between what we experience. So that's going to be past.
Or it could be we experiencing it now and remembering, obviously. Experiencing and remembering well, remembering is by definition from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, but I have seen the Eiffel Tower.
Right, we've experienced it.
That's kind of an experience, so that's and
it's a memory,
right?
Yeah. What
we remember, maybe that's going to be past.
Has to be. We can't remember the future.
No, I know, but like a perfect.
But experience is like we're experiencing it now, as well. I mean, experiences. I mean, we can have experienced things in the past, but they are memories. What we experience when we talk about the past. We experienced it in the past, but it's our memory of what we experienced that we're inevitably talking about. And Ray again is kind of making that point in the chat. So,
and imagining is going to take us out of the indicative mood.
Well, it can take us in, but it can also put us into the indicative in terms of when we're talking about the future, what will happen, what we predict or suppose is going to happen. Yeah. And
what we desire, well, that's definitely going to take us into the subjunctive mood, right?
Right. Well, again, I'll put Ray's kind of summary of how those 4 work, and that looks like it might be a good topic for a future.
Oh, for sure. There's nothing more interesting than talking about time and how we manipulate it in our brains. We humans love to try to manipulate time, and I think language is how we do that.